Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. It has been a good debate, but it is a profoundly frustrating and depressing experience to be having to have this debate at all. Just a few short weeks ago, of course, we thought that we were almost out of the woods, and now we are threatened with a return of a terrible uncertainty. Now, given the time restriction, I'm going to have to go through this at pace. In terms of the proposals before us, the extension of face coverings, we've been there before. I don't like face coverings, but as a precautionary measure, while we find out more about this new strain of the virus, I can see the argument for them, so I will not oppose them. On mandatory vaccination for care workers, for NHS workers rather, this has been debated before, and it's about a duty of care owed to the vulnerable people in the care of the NHS. It's an extension of an existing principle. Practising doctors have told me that they are already required to be inoculated against chickenpox, rubella, measles and hepatitis B. There are also exemptions in this particular statutory instrument for people who work in the NHS but have no face-to-face contact with patients. So again, I will be supporting this measure. On self-isolation, I think it's self-explanatory why that is a proportionate response, and I will again support it. Now, on the case of entry to venues and events, for me this is the real elephant in the room, and this is the one that gave me the most pause for thought. Now, we already have to show our vaccine status when we travel overseas, but that is our choice. And it is marginally inconvenient, but with appropriate prior preparation, it's not any more than that. However, the application of that approach to moving around domestically is an altogether different thing. As originally conceived, when Plan B was drafted, it would seem to be a requirement that you would have to show your vaccine status to get into anything, whether it be a bar, a restaurant, a cafe, or whatever. Very much indeed as what exists in mainland Europe at the moment. That, for me, would have been a step too far, and I would not have supported it. But the government have made, I think, a major concession. Not only have they changed the venues and limited the number of venues you would have to use it to access, they've also allowed the provision of a lateral flow test instead. That avoids the deeply divisive nature of having to show your vaccine status. And on that basis, I feel that I will be able to support that. Now, the government measures will not be allowed to be simply rolled over interminably. If the government wants to extend them, they'll have to bring it back to this House in January for approval, and that is something else that I do approve of. Madam Deputy Speaker, we don't yet know the severity of the Omicron variant, but we do know that it is spreading rapidly. These measures won't stop Omicron from spreading, but they're not designed to. They are designed to slow that spread. The government needs to use this time, Madam Deputy Speaker, to obtain solid data, deepen our understanding on the risks posed by Omicron, and in the meantime, Madam Deputy Speaker, I will support these measures and encourage everybody to get their booster.